Hi, my name's Pippa Christie and I graduated from the University of Sunderland in 2014 with a degree in magazine journalism. I then started my internship here at the university within the enterprise place, which initially was for 10 months and I was extended to 2 years. I don't know, I guess I didn't want to think about it, but I thought that I'd struggle for a while, and I thought that I'd be searching for something, continuing my part-time job but just searching for something full-time. So as I was approaching graduation, I decided to visit the careers team and spoke to one of the careers advisors who was so helpful. He told me about business startup here at the university and also said you need to think about full-time employment and whether you want a full-time role. So showed me the internships vacancy page, which I'd never looked at before. So that was really useful to see what roles were going on internal to the university and also external. I applied for one of those roles and was successful. What I enjoyed most about my internship was working in a team and also being quite self-led, so my work was self-directed, and I felt like I could just get on and really explore the role and explore what I liked to do within the role and feel like I was bringing something to the team and to the university itself. But also I loved being able to work with students. It's where I'd come from, it's what my background was, and I enjoyed working with students and graduates and building up that relationship between the students, graduates and the university. I enjoyed all of the knowledge that I got within my role as well. I felt like I gained a lot of knowledge in areas that I hadn't gone into with my degree, so it was building upon my knowledge, but also taking elements from my degree and using that within my day-to-day work. The most challenging part of joining a full-time role was actually going from being a student where I had a bit more free time to suddenly having to start a role which was Monday to Friday 9 till 5. It was quite daunting to do that, but actually I was really supported by my team and supported by the internships team and made to feel really comfortable, and it was a nice environment to go to. It wasn't scary at all. When I found this role, I felt quite lucky and thought it was quite coincidental that I was really interested in business startup and that there was a role in business startup, a role that could help me support other people to start their businesses. So I immediately applied for the role because I knew that I would get so much experience from that. I always say that it was just coincidental that the role happened to be there at the same time that I was looking for a job. My degree was in magazine journalism, and I obviously took a lot of skills from that course, a lot of writing skills and design skills, which I use in my job every day. I have to write quite a bit of content and also design work as well. All of that goes towards the marketing part of my job, to engage people into the service. So actually I use quite a lot from my degree in everyday life now. When I was approaching graduation, I was pretty frightened about having to go out there and get myself a role, but actually it wasn't as scary as I thought. So I wanted some experience in business startup, and luckily there was a job going at the enterprise place which could give me that experience in business startup and also gain me a job, a role and a living at the same time. So from what originally started as a 10-month contract, I then had my contract extended to 2 years, and following those 2 years I was able to then move on to an internal position here within the company, which was just fantastic because it was something that I really loved and I didn't want to move on to anything else. So a year and a half later of being in this role, and I'm now progressing my career even further, and I never dreamed that I'd be in this career. It wasn't something that I saw further down the line when I was in my degree. I just kind of fell into it, and I'm really happy that I'm progressing my career even further into something that I really love and moving on from the organisation. My advice to anyone thinking about looking for an internship is just to do it and just to apply for it and to go through that experience of obtaining a role where you really are made to feel comfortable and you feel like it's that step between leaving university and going on to further career progression. It's a comfortable time to get yourself into employment, and the support that you can get from the university is just invaluable.